business strategy. So let's say you need to pick up, to segment the market, etc., etc. Okay, then you need the technological part there, where I come in, and then you need, for example, the marketing, how to set up the message, etc., etc. So people get in a sort of educational funnel, which is still free, but it's 7 steps or something like this to cover each part of the company they need to think about.
Yeah, I mean, I like that idea. I think we can set that up and map it out. I can start doing that in Figma and collaborate on it with you and Clava. And
Because what could be an idea? It's instead of just making those education random, we could have like we can have a roadmap. Let's say every 2 weeks. So we or every week or whatever. But basically, at the beginning of the week, we have companies starting with the. So 1 second, sorry. We start. Sorry, it was my mother.
it's
So we
okay.
start. At the beginning of the week, we start people from the idea. So Monday, we start people say, okay, this day is dedicated uh, the to basically understanding your idea and see if it's valuable, which is Clava idea. Then second day we start talking about business strategy. Third day we start talking about technology, etc., etc. We can do that iteratively every week. So when people come in, they understand that we have a weekly planning where people come in, and every Monday they can start following up every single day to get all this educational content,
I like
and
that.
then they can ask questions.
I like that.
Yeah, so like follow a startup from like zero to
Yeah, yeah, I think that
And
could be.
would
And
this be something we
remember
could
what?
stream and document and make like into short documentary YouTube videos?
yeah, exactly.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, because not all longer like a random thing that someone have to follow. Someone know that they get in, and in 1 week they get like a overview, a 360-degree overview of how they have to start with they have to basically follow their startup. They have what it will take for their startup to grow. And then at one point, for because each expert of us that makes how do you say makes a presentation, whatever, will likely offer the service. Then, for example, the mm, then the startup, depending on what stage they are building, whatever, they can say, well, okay, I want to talk with this person more. I need help with this one specifically, etc., etc. And so it's up to the startup. We are technically not selling anything. We are giving them free content, and then if the startup decide that okay, they're ready to build something or to go through with it, then they can choose the provider that they want.
Yeah. No, I think that's exactly what we should do here.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. We're gonna put this into action. I know that we have a lot of things going on, but I think this is going to be a big part of educating and equipping the younger generation in here that's desperate for the knowledge. Like we got so many people coming in who are young entrepreneur minds and they got great ideas. They've made a little bit of money online and they're getting excited about it, the potential. Um, and they may have supporters. Like we get a lot of influencers turned entrepreneurs, right? They're like, okay, the digital space is a gold mine for organic growth and marketing if you do it right. So if you apply that to a startup, they can take their idea, but they can also jump in on the community and get the roadmap and a step-by-step process. It's like almost like a live course, but also more of a documentary, a live documentary. I mean, would you think that would operate best as like a group session once a week or once a month follow up on weekly tasks or because you're going to have people in all different stages of the roadmap. So somehow we got to find a way to bring them all together in a group setting.
Mm. Difficult question. I would start minimum complexity one how to say just 1 week. Uh, Different stages
Yeah.
perhaps. You can set up I think different mentor for different stages.
Yeah.
For example, the thing is, for example, technology could have different aspects in the sense that, for example, I see where if the startup is already set up, they already have initial clients. It's very difficult from the technology that that is required usually from a person who has an idea. A person who has an idea need to understand technology from scratch. So it needs to understand the what is cloud, how to host the server. If he wants to build something on its own, sometimes you need only Shopify. People who are in the latest stages, they already have their company. They are interested. Okay, what other technology can I just put in? What AI, for example. Usually, a pre-seed startup is not even questioning AI. It's just want to build something. Compared to if you already have something, I want AI in my system.
Mm.
I think we can structure it like this: it is the maturity of the startup. So we classify them in complete idea, in development, or already developed. And depending on this, we have three different roadmaps, perhaps.
Idea, in development, and developed.
Yeah.
So developed would be like application of additional technology.
No, developed is like somebody who's already created a platform, who's already on the market,
Right,
who's
but I mean
already
like
having
that would
his
be what we're that would be the roadmap. I'm talking about the roadmap. It would be how,
okay.
or what would it be, marketing, or would it be additional features?
I think like
Because that,
each like let's say right. I think uh, each road each maturity, okay, it's a roadmap divided into several stages. And so, for example, the how to say there is let's say that people already have developed their idea and their own market. There is going to be many stages in that, mostly business strategy and marketing, and there are going to be a lot of emphasis on how to do marketing properly or how, for example, to develop content. Because if you are as if right now your necessity is growing rather than building, okay, have you're going to need more help talking with people who actually generate content and know how to generate content. If
yeah,
you're in the development, you don't really care about that, or you care way less because it's not your priority right now. So you could have like three different roadmaps in this case, or n roadmaps mathematically, and the content of each could be different depending on the needs.
Yeah, so you have like idea validation, development, and then you have, you know, marketing, basically guerrilla marketing to make it blow up.
right. So the workshops we have could be adapted to fill those needs on a regular basis for incoming people and start them on that journey through the roadmap. So like,
Yeah, but I
you
think
know,
like, but like like the journey, um, the journey thing and following one entrepreneur to kind of kickstart this would be cool.
so like have
We
have
pick one
pitches, pick
person with
pick a
it.
best,
Yeah, we pick one person. Um, yeah, so
and that would just be sort of the example use
and then
case study.
we can just have, you know, we can set up workshops with them, record that, what they need, like
Right. I like that
what kind
idea.
of
Yeah.
everything like that.
And also, we could also show the accelerator. If, for example, before we are talking about this, also what we can also show, even we can show accelerators what we are doing after we set it up, and we say, okay, look at all the uh, all the educational concept that we are offering. We could do that for you as well.
Right.
Depending also as accelerator, because as you know, the big one they will see as competitors, but other one will can see, okay, well, we just put this funnel as an additional mentoring. Because, for example, if we partner up with someone, as I said, everything that those companies can see is technically free. And so we are like Accelerator can partner up with us, and they have all this streamline of educational content that and guidance mostly that the accelerators can add to their service.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm thinking of the process here then. we would basically have the different startups in Tribe have a pitch application, interview them all. I think we could do that live, and then pick one to document and run through the trainings with and do the workshops with.
Also, yeah, as a
And so we
wing.
have one different
let's
person
say,
for
yeah.
each one of the stages. Or no, we have multiple for each stage. We have
I was thinking like this in reality. We could have like general education. Like we can even pick one, and then for example or like one, and then so either we have like a person talking in general, like a presentation, and all people listen, or as you mentioned, and that could be a good idea. We pick one startup, the best one, as a reward, let's say, and then we helping out through the stage, and and people look at us while we perform. Each one of us perform a sort of consultation in the group,
It's a
and then I
group
pick the
strategy
startup.
session,
Yeah,
basically.
it's a
Strategy
group, and I
session
like.
with a purpose for each session. So
And then, for example, so I pick this startup and I say, okay, technologically, in the terms of technology, this is what you need in front of all the audience, and I explain, okay, this is what you need. You need this system, you need other system, and then of course at the end people can even ask questions, but we show how to follow actually one startup directly. That could be a very good idea.
what do you think, Clava?
right, I think it's a viral thing, like to follow one startup,
Right.
basically document their journey, right? So that would interest a lot of, I think, young entrepreneurs just to like see that happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's kind of like right now it's a veiled thing. Like you have to join Y Incubator or whatever. You know, like you have to do these things to get into the know of
Right.
what goes on. And like if we just open it up and say, hey, we're just gonna follow this. We're gonna document sessions that we do with them.
Right.
And then just that content living out there will bring in more.
Yeah. Okay.
And last thing, it would be nice. Now it depends, but if there is somebody who we know that already has some visibility, he could just stream it on either Twitch or YouTube, and then if we put it live, that could generate a lot of traffic.
Yeah, obviously we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
All that's already set up. That's why I've spent
Okay.
the last 2
Great.
years building the background. I don't know why. I don't know why we've taken so long to actually do this. It's probably because we're all building our own agencies at the same time. But this is a collaborative group effort that's going to benefit the whole community because we're going to have more startups coming in, more success stories from people following these steps, and become that authority on the Web3 space for startup accelerators.
I have to go. I have to talk with
Okay.
my mother. But see you later. I'll be on.
All right, man. Family first. Go take care of things. We'll catch you later.
Thank you. Ciao.
Ciao. All right. Well, productivity and self-care is important to the startup journey as well, and that's the emphasis of these group workshops on Tuesdays. Sometimes it's more casual than others. We could do a meditation today if you guys are interested. I titled the stream goals. What is your goal? So I think my goal right now is to listen and learn. I've been learning a lot about what works, what doesn't work just by trying it, but I've been reminded that application is essential. So people telling you, "Hey, you're doing this wrong," or "You're doing this right. Keep doing that." I think that is where I'm at right now this week. Just adapting my workflow, figuring out how to optimize, especially working at home. It's difficult. I know, Clava, you feel that, and that's probably why you go to coffee shops. It all makes sense now. The living in Starbucks. I might have to start doing that too. But the problem is when I stream, I need a desktop setup. It's like either I move my whole setup, my whole studio to a physical building, or keep running it here and deal with the 2-year-old who is very insistent on getting my attention any way she can.
A mobile command center or
a mobile command center. Should I get like an RV?
I buy one of those vans, you know, Sprinter van, where you just set up your media and kind of.
Huh. I could probably do that and just park it outside. Use our Wi-Fi.
Daddy's going to work now.
Daddy's going to work, gets in the car, turns it on, turns it back off. I could even run a power cable straight in there and not rely on the car at all. Huh. Not a bad idea. I hadn't thought of that. I've thought of getting a crate, a storage crate. What if I just had that in our
The pods.
yeah, what if I just had that sitting in my parking spot in our townhouse?
Now streaming.
Do you think people would be like complaining to the homeowners association?
Probably.
Probably. They complain about trash cans being left out. They're going to complain about that. Dude, we had a home invasion right next door. That's that throws you for a little loop. We went for a walk. We came back, and not 5 minutes later, we're in the living room. We hear like some loud banging, and I was like, somebody just either knocked over a bookshelf or like fell down the stairs. And didn't think about it. Then Octavia was like, "Daddy, come here, look at the window," and I thought she was just, trying to get my attention. And she was like, "No, Daddy, there's lights." And I went over. There's like 5 cops outside our house. And apparently somebody had literally kicked in the door next door. And we had just been out there walking, and our door was unlocked the whole time. We just, it's a pretty safe neighborhood. But this dude had kicked in the freaking door to rob them or whatever. I think it was personal. Like, this guy knew they had something specific and was trying to get it. But, I don't know. The guy's name is Tank, so I don't know. I don't know what Tank's doing. Anyways, the cops were like, "Did you hear any gunfire or anything?" They didn't catch the dude. They were like, "The best thing you can do is lock your doors." Thanks, man. Very reassuring.
He really wants to get in your house.
I know, that's what I was like. That obviously he busted the door in. It was probably locked. Ours wasn't. And we didn't get robbed. So riddle me that, officer.
Isn't somebody just trying to go out and rob anybody?
Exactly, right? Like, they robbed the third house in from the end. Like, they had a Ring camera and we don't. It had to be personal, right? But still, I mean, my wife is now scared of getting robbed, so it's like we're getting invaded. And she wants to move now. I'm like, I don't think we are necessarily at risk of getting robbed here. Any more than we were before. If anything, our chances, mathematically speaking, are probably significantly lower. Having a home invasion next door, I'm like, okay, good. It wasn't me. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good for the foreseeable future.
Statistically, we're sitting pretty well.
Statistically, we're good. It was them. If anybody was getting robbed in this row of houses in the million houses in Raleigh. But yeah, I mean, the cops were on it too. I was like, somebody busted in the door and there's like 5 cops out here. Nobody got hurt. Nobody like what? Why is everyone here? You guys don't have anything else going on? Like, and they were there for like an hour. I'm like, bro, that's our tax dollars at work. This dude had like, what is there to investigate? He took something and left. Like,
go find him.
Yeah, go find him. They're all just hanging out in our neighborhood. Like, is he in your house? I went and checked the attic. I was like, our door was unlocked, so. The funny thing is, I checked our house, And now I'm realizing that we were in the house when he actually did the invasion. So there's no way he would have actually gotten in our house without us knowing. What the heck? How come in the moment, in the adrenaline, I didn't think of that. I was just like, I gotta go check all the rooms. And like got out our gun and walked around. And now I'm looking back, I'm like, we heard him bust in the door and he probably left and ran somewhere. But we had our door open the whole time we were gone walking, so we were just like, oh shit. It could have been us. Anyways, we got a few new followers. Russ616 followed us from BU's stream. Captain Cookie, he's a friend of mine. GG Dillon followed us on Twitch. Thank you all for the follows and the support. We also have a few new Triba Gold verified members. I'm going to run through our list here because these are great supporters of the cause and we really appreciate them. I'm also posting it in announcements. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? There it is. Our gold verified members this month are Garrett Daly, Ion Enterprises, Joel Thinks from The Thought Hybrid International School, Zero Precedent, that's Martin, Matthew from Code Lifeline, Michelangelo from Goliath, and Samantha from BU TV, Tabalo from the Yeatum Community, longtime sister group, and Victor Valentine Romo from Valentine Media. Thank you so much for the support of this community, guys, and we look forward to growing this business community and going about each of our business with more support and knowledge and education. Working together is definitely better. Don't go at it alone. And you guys have gone to the next level in supporting us and being part of the Gold Verified group. If you guys aren't in on that, go check it out at triba.community. The site's up and you can get your own business listed and your service listed if you go through the verification process. Anyways, that is all for today, fam. We're going to end the stream. I know it was short, but we have a lot of work to do and we're going to get to it. So stay following that announcement channel. Turn on notifications for there. We'll only ping you when it's important, when there's stuff going on that you want to be part of. So make sure you got your roles right in the Get Tags channel. You can see it in the top left under the announcements. And with that being said, I will wrap up the stream and we'll see you guys tomorrow for Philosophy Club. Have a great day, Triba. I'm going to run the Triba trailer as well so you can see what Zach made. All right. Adios.